podcast character designs done by Demon Artie. Like fan art, redesigns, original art, then Demon Artie's the artist you're going to want to follow. Be sure to check her out over on Twitter at ArtieDemon. If you like what you see, also consider supporting Demon Artie over on Patreon. For only $3 a month, you get access to Patreon-only community, concept art, voting on new art, bonus sketches, and the all-important fan service. So definitely check her out over on Patreon, because supporting independent art and artists is important. Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 Podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sin.
Everything PCA.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join a discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Short treks. We were slow on this one because I
didn't care.
My motivations were so low because this is the animated ones. The girl who made the stars and Ephraim and whatever the hell the name
of the other one. Oh yeah, it's just terrible. These look like student art projects, but they're not. That's the sad thing.
Official things that are Trek canon now.
Exactly.
I love cartoons. You guys check out. I do a ton of cartoon
that's
reviews,
one of our big
and we love Trek too.
Yeah.
So you think that this would be amazing? It is really bad.
Just because you animate something doesn't mean you can't follow the Star Trek rules and concept of what Star Trek is.
The second one, it's like a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Yeah, it's awful.
Looney Tunes stuff.
Yeah.
The first one, we're gonna do the first one. The girl who made the stars, and it opens up, and I thought this when I saw the trailer, like, no, they wouldn't do this. That's too stupid. I'm like, that's not Michael Burnham, is it? And right at the beginning, Michael, calm down. I'm like, oh God, it's Michael Burnham. Oh, everything's about.
Wouldn't it make more sense if it had been at the end of the episode?
And then you see that it was Michael Burnham. Oh, it was here the whole time. No, they let you sure from the very beginning that it's Michael Burnham because it's always about Michael Burnham.
That's just bad writing. Again.
Oh,
she's the savior of everybody.
Yeah, she saves everything.
And they guarantee this season coming up in the spring when the new episode's going to come out, she'll be the savior again. That's what she does.
3 seasons in a row, she saved the universe.
Yeah.
So she's having a nightmare, or she's scared of the dark and wants the lights on. And then her dad comes in. He's like, "Oh, I think you're more afraid of the idea of being afraid than actually being afraid." And then she goes into this like existential crisis.
Yeah. She can do that existential thing about not being here anymore, but yeah, she didn't understand when he said that.
Yeah. She says something like, "Oh, the expanding darkness of the universe, and if we're left there in emptiness and no one will even know we're here and we'll just disappear into nothingness." That's insane that a little girl would even think of something like that. Yeah. But it's Michael Burnham, so she's super crazy smart, but can't understand the concept that her father just explained.
Which is perfectly easy to understand if you're already that smart. So stupid.
What is... And okay, let's talk about the animation. Michael Burnham eyes are so huge. I know that's like the bigger your eyes, the cuter, more innocent your character.
That's an anime thing. That's not Star Trek.
But her father looks more realistic.
I like the way he looked.
And the way she looks, it's almost like a caricature because her eyes are so huge. It's like, what the F? Why are these two things...
Why didn't they just make her look normal? Would have been so hard.
They had to make her look cutesy and fun. And
I know, for some reason.
So the dad's like, "Oh, let me tell you a story about a little girl that was scared and how she changed the world. And in this world, there's no stars. There was a sun, and it takes place in Africa because it's like her ancestors or whatever." It feels like the dad's just making it up as he's going along.
Yeah, but it's like, why? But we're beyond all that stuff now.
I know, we're the human... At this point, we're beyond countries and borders and nationalities. Yeah. You're a human being, and you're part of the Federation.
Yeah,
we've grown beyond that.
I mean, even at that point, there was hundreds of cultures and other planets joining the Federation. So we think beyond those kind of territorial.
We're human. We're the human race. We're Homo sapien. Yeah. But now we're gonna break it down to like, I don't know. I just think if this was like the very beginning of Trek, but no, this is deep into it. Yeah. We already. Things have been happening. Like you said, it's already the Federation of Planets. It's already all these things.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. So he's telling this story, and the animation looks kind of good here because he's talking about how the sun, and there's all these, the first, he calls them the first ones. If anyone who watches my She-Ra reviews, these are the first ones. It's so ridiculous. But when the sun sets, there's an evil darkness out there. And it's like a big serpent. It looks kind of cool.
It looked all right.
And if you travel at night, you'll anger the serpent god and it'll kill you. So, okay, but I guess as time goes on, the land is dying. So they need to move to another place, but they can only move during the day. And if they move at night, they're going to die. And the chieftain, of course, the chieftain's a guy, and he's an idiot, and he's dumb, and he's wrong, and he's a man, and he's wrong, and the little girl's right because she's a girl. Ugh. He's like, "What do we ever do? I'm a moron." Then one girl, brave enough, smart enough, she persisted.
And fast enough, what?
And fast enough. Oh, why don't we go somewhere else beyond the mountains? And then the chieftain's like, stupid little girl, that will take more than one day, and then the evil god will kill us.
Just mention how bad these tribes were back in the day. She wouldn't have any opinion. Most likely, she wouldn't listen to her. Especially a little girl.
Not even like the wife of the chieftain would be able to say anything, let alone some random little girl.
Yeah, he's in charge.
But he's telling the story, and of course he's going to be his daughter.
And he's narrating it, and it's so weird he shouldn't have to
narrate. Yeah, he keeps saying like, and then she said, the character talks, and then the chieftain said, and then the chieftain talks. I'm like, it's weird. Stop doing that.
That makes sense if you're really telling a bedtime story to your kid, but not when you're
not when we were seeing it.
Yeah, you don't need to say anything.
So when the chieftain basically tells you you're stupid for wanting to go at night, the story breaks, and then Michael Burnham's like, that chieftain's super rude. Like, why would he say that to her? My God, because he's not woke as you, okay, Michael? That's why.
Not 2,000 years ago. Wasn't woke.
So the story goes that she just goes out on her own. And then she finds like a firefly, and that's gonna like protect her. Then there's a scene where she like put the firefly like in an egg to make like
almost looked like a dinosaur egg.
Yeah, to make it like illuminate. And I'm like, but they don't show her do that. She just has it.
So weird.
It's like, did we miss a scene in the narrative here?
I think they just ran out of money.
Yeah,
they just quick cut it.
They couldn't animate it.
Yeah.
Then I guess the evil serpent god's like, oh, I'll dare you. He doesn't talk. He's just like a big serpent. And you angered the god, so she drops her firefly. It flies away. She gets super scared and covers her eyes, but then there's like a meteor, or it's a ship.
I said it had to be a ship.
But it looks like a meteor fall out of the sky, and then it crashes. Somehow the serpent doesn't eat her. She runs to it, and it's some alien, some wacky, crazy-looking alien.
You think, this is a sci-fi show that has a lot of aliens. Let's use someone we've never seen before. Why don't you use an alien that we know?
And it's very octopus look. It's straight out of like
Lilo
a Disney,
and Stitch,
like Lilo and Stitch. Which is fine, but this is Trek. This is something supposed to be. I'm not saying it's better, but it's supposed to be grounded a little more. This is straight up like some Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah.
Like you would think the Ninja Turtles would fight this guy.
Yeah.
So
he partnered with Krang.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Planet X.
From Dimension X.
Yeah, there you go.
But he lands and he doesn't talk, but somehow, and the dad's like, and the little girl saw the alien and saw a brilliant light. And then when the alien saw, he didn't just see a little girl. He saw a brave warrior. Why?
First of all, the alien wouldn't know. She know, okay, this is a primitive life. And she wouldn't know what he was doing. There's no way. We're talking Bronze Age level of development. She wouldn't know any of this, what he was doing.
But this is his stupid story he's telling his daughter.
It's just dumb. That's why it's just poorly done.
Then he like shows her like all the stars and like all the worlds and everything, so she didn't have to be afraid. Then he gives her like an orb. It looks like looks like a purple Death Star. He gives her like this little orb, and then he's like, "Well, I fixed my ship. I gotta go." It literally is a story a dad is making up as he's going along. Oh, yeah. That's why it doesn't make any sense. Then gets it back to the little girl. She makes it back to the village, and the chieftain was waiting there to scold her. God.
Why does he have to say that? Well, they said the chieftain was worried because she was out there.
No, he was just mad at her. He didn't care.
Okay. Oh yeah. That woman, how does she dare not listen to me? No, guys, this is so stupid.
Why couldn't you be scared for her?
No.
Oh, I'm so frightened that you might have been killed. It was more like, how dare you? You could have died out there. You angered the night spirit. And it's
so dumb.
But she's like, oh, we don't have to be afraid anymore. And she opens up this the thing that she got from the guy, and it makes all the stars. So now the night sky is illuminated. Now they don't have to be scared anymore. Yeah. And that makes no sense, but she does that, and then after all the stars, then all the men in the tribe all bow down to her.
Oh, of course.
God, my God, my God! A little thick. You're laying it on a little thick.
The problem is that there's no indication. We know, of course, obviously he's just telling her story, but why don't they say that? Make it sound like this really did happen. That's the problem. Like, yes, in Star Trek they've talked about the ancient past and lore, but they never said it really happened. It's just ancient mythos. It's not real.
So what did the father say? And then everyone bowed down to her. And then Michael Burnham's like, yeah. This explains why she's the way she is.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone has to literally bow down on their hands and effing knees to me because I'm that great.
Here's the thing is, we can't even get away from when she's animated. We can't get away from the praise of Michael Burnham. It's ridiculous.
And then she became a great explorer, exploring by the constellations. And then she became a powerful queen. Slay, queen, slay.
Oh, my goodness. It was awful.
And then so that's how the little girl made the stars and became the greatest queen ever. Michael Burnham's like, I'm not scared no more. You can turn off the lights, Daddy. And then that was enough for her to get over it. And then like she has a dream about being that queen, and she goes to go fight the snake. And if I showed you the screenshot, would anyone think this was Trek in any way?
No.
It's some African queen lady with the bow and arrow fighting a snake. It looks cool, but it's not Trek.
If you would have told me this was a animated version of like Black Panther,
Yeah,
I would believe it.
Like if this was a story that they told in Wakanda or something.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
That actually, like, you could see T'Challa telling a little girl this story.
It makes sense in that context. Not in
Let's change it. But this is T'Challa and his future daughter, and he's telling her the story.
Actually, would be kind of cool. Actually, would be kind of.
I like that.
I mean, I think the animation could be better, but that's it.
That would be amazing. Actually.
And there was, and then another thing, they showed other tribe people. The animation looked so bad. Remember?
Oh yeah, in the beginning, it literally looked like a PlayStation 2 late PlayStation 1, early PlayStation 2
so
game.
So bad. Oh my gosh, it was awful.
They didn't look very good.
Yeah. I wonder in this season they're gonna mention this story. They should. That'd be funny if they mentioned it, didn't they?
Like Marco Burnham should have that little orb thingy, like a little like model of it.
Why not at this point?
Why not?
You already introduced the stupid thing. Might as well.
Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.